Can't believe they're bringing Cole back in.
And now, here he comes right back in on 2nd and 10.
Maybe the pass block.
Nope, he's going to run between the tackles. And they are playing with fire here as they get the ball down to the 12-yard line.
Cole, the ball carrier. Number 58.
You know, this is the type of effect that Cole and this offensive line, because I have to give them a lot of credit, that he has had on this game. We talked about when he got in the second half, it would just have the appearance that he's getting stronger and stronger. And now a lot of it, of course, the air is out of the balloon on the San Marino sideline, but Cole has still imposed his will on this defense. It just seems like he's slowly wearing defender by defender down every single carry he gets.
3rd and short, and a quick timeout will be called by Sierra Canyon. Not even 1 minute into this 4th quarter. And we'll take a break along with them. Trailblazers are driving. They've got a 3-touchdown lead as we play here in the 4th. After the timeout, Nico Harris ready to put the finishing touches on this one. It's 35-14. We still have Bobby Cole in there with 11:11 to go officially in the 4th. He gets another carry, and he tries to run between the tackles, and they stop him on 3rd down and short, bringing up 4th and short.
And
it's time for the field goal.
Well, and then Cole limps off the field again. I just don't understand why you keep him in the game. You have to have him next week. I mean, there's no question about that.
Must have a terrific training staff. This is going to be a 30-yard field goal attempt by Nico Harris. And Harris puts his foot into it, and it's no good. So an empty possession here, still a 3-score advantage at 35-14 for Sierra Canyon, and San Marino's going to get the football back. But their last 4 drives have been empty. Clayton Valley, this game just went final. 21-3 over Oak Grove. First down at the 20. And not much running room. I don't think that's Wick in there. Nope, they got a new quarterback in here now. So after Wick can't do much on 4 drives, it's Blake Cabot, a sophomore quarterback, getting his first action.
2nd down and 10.
Well, how about this? I know that Cabot didn't expect to get in the game when he woke up this morning.
No, I saw him loosening up on the sideline.
Yeah.
I figured they would go to him. He's 11 of 13 on the year for 104 yards. Not too shabby. He's got a completion there. There's a penalty marker. If it stands, it's a gain of 7 as he completes it there to Quentin Dunkel, who's got his 3rd catch of the game.
Of course, that is something that, rightfully so, the officials are really cracking down on this year at all levels of football.
I could hear it, and I saw it out of the corner of my eye. And here's a touchdown run by Chan. And it's a 2-touchdown game with 8:31 to go. And maybe Bobby Cole's night isn't through. First score of the second half. And it's Chan with a long touchdown run.
Well, they get the balance that they wanted in this offense, and they've taken some shots down the field. Obviously, with Cabot coming in, bad snap.
And down goes Patrick Crowley.
Yeah, the fans wanted a horse collar on the San Marino side, but it's a missed extra point opportunity. But even with that, San Marino, they get the 6 points they needed. They're back in the game. We got 8:31. Don't go away.
So the ball spotted at the 15-yard line. Cole is back in there. 15-point advantage, and if San Marino's defense, which is much better than last year, can get a turnover here, this thing would be interesting. We haven't had a turnover either side here in the game, which is remarkable for this late in the year. And Cole, and the ball is out, and Cole is able to cover it up.
Wow. Almost on cue. You felt it, you said it. San Marino needed to come up with a defensive play or some kind of turnover to give them an opportunity in a short field. They knocked the ball free from Cole, but he, fortunately for Sierra Canyon, able to scramble and get back on it. There are a lot of heartbeats that went up in that sequence.
It's a loss of 7. The pistol now. Play action. Throw to the sideline is short and incomplete. Stopping the clock. J.J. Hernandez was targeted. He's a fresh line. It's a high snap. He's going to get a chance to return this thing at the 45-yard line. He goes down at the 44.
He almost snapped the ball over the punter's head. Wow, that could have been easily a safety if that snap was... the snap was a couple inches higher or the vertical jump was a couple inches lower. That could have spelled disaster for Sierra Canyon. Instead, able to get the punt off, and now San Marino worked on a short field, and the crowd all of a sudden gets energized and back into it.
And back out comes the sophomore quarterback, the third used tonight for the Titans in Blake Cabot. He led his team on a scoring drive. Low snap, picks it up, throws, he got hit again, another penalty marker, and it's caught for a touchdown. Oh, they'll decline it, and all of a sudden it's a ball game as J.P. Schofi's got another touchdown grab.
Well, I'll tell you, this is going to have the Sierra Canyon coaches livid. Schofi, who is covered on this play, gets away with a huge push. And you can see, I think that the officials saw sort of both of those guys trying to contact each other, and Schofi ended up staying on his feet, trotting into the end zone for a touchdown. But boy, this one has gotten interesting real quick.
There's Glazer. He went out in the second quarter on the last drive. And between Wick and now Cabot, they're leading a comeback. 7:01 to go. It's 35-26 now. And for Schofi, JP just picked up his 29th touchdown reception of the season. He's second in the state. And he's in the Michael Pittman class, going on to USC. Grimm, who's headed on to Nebraska. He's up there with some elite company. Now they'll go for 2. Try and make it a 7-point game. And Wick is in there now, and Wick is going to run it. Wick is in, and he converts the 2-point conversion, and it is a 7-point game.
Wow, just as soon as you thought that San Marino was left for dead, they all of a sudden have gotten energized. It started with
a touchdown run by Chan. And that was only 90 seconds ago, for goodness sakes.
Yeah, and Cabot has come in and really put some energy back into this offense. You see the receiving touchdown state leaders. We talked about Schofi has 28 touchdowns. He won't catch Grimm from McNair tonight, but Michael Pittman, who has 24, he had a phenomenal year as well. Arguably the best receiver in the state, being Pittman. Schofi has been very good, throughout this year, and he probably hasn't had a bigger touchdown grab than the last one. Get them back in this one.
91 seconds ago, it was a 35-14 game. And then Chan at the 8:31 mark with a touchdown run. It was 30-20. And they had the miscue on the point after attempt. And now at the 7:01 mark, Cabot throws his 3rd touchdown of the season against no interceptions, 44 yards to Schofi. It's a 7-point game. Ball is lost at the 1. Picked up by Tate. Tate trying to fight his way to the 20-yard line. Stopped at the 19. Wow. 6:52 to go.
Boy, you can just feel Sierra Canyon sort of starting to tighten up a little bit with this added pressure by San Marino. Just, dropping the kickoff. And, now they're going to have to gather their composure. And to be honest with you, if I'm in this situation, I have to lean on my offense. Good coverage down the field on Hollenquist. Sierra Canyon going for it. I mean, I was surprised. You'd think that they'd try to run some clock here. That's not the case. They're going to go up and try to put this one out of reach right now. Coach Ellinghaus is not afraid to go for it. And why not? I mean, you have Harris and you have some weapons on the outside. It's not like the passing attack is a weakness of this offense. They are definitely a strength, but he has gone up top twice, maybe to loosen him up a little bit to get Cole back running again.
They average almost 10 yards a carry, and that time Cole is stopped at the line of scrimmage. And the front seven, led by Wick. And the winner of this game is going to take on Central Catholic, who just got it done against Marin Catholic, 49-14.
I'll tell you what.
Third down.
This is not the biggest play of the game. It is really close. I mean, this is, whether you can get the ball back here if you're San Marino or keep possession.
Harris keeps it. He stopped. A 1-yard gain. It's 4th and 9. And that is Wick again. 105 tackles on the season now. He was a safety last year before they moved him to linebacker this season because they were a little thin there. Trying to improve their defense from a year ago. Well,
here comes the punt unit for Sierra Canyon. You remember the last snap, a little bit high.
Natural over there. There's a lot of emotion over there. Shofi will stay away from it. It'll be down to inside the 20.
Yeah, that ball was still rolling. I'm surprised he picked the ball up. It was still rolling in favor of Sierra Canyon. Probably lost about 5 to 10 yards in field position right there by stopping that ball before it rolled.
5:11 to go. All 3 timeouts for the Titans of San Marino. Trying to equalize here in this CIF Open Division Small School Southern California Regional Bowl game. They were down 35-14, and within the span of 90 seconds are within 1 score. And Blake Cabot has taken 3 late hits so far, and they're going to run with Chan, and Chan to the 24-yard line.
It's a 7-point game.
2nd and short, and that's complete to Shofi at the 30, and he has enough for a first down. He got dropped by Dylan Tate. He's taken his fair share of hits, but continuing to grind it out here. And he's got the first down catch. He'll be able to hobble off the field now. It looked like he got hit in the hip there.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a hip pointer there. Those are painful. You see, they're going to have to either take timeout or it's going to be
an official's timeout.
They try to get Chan running. Remember, this offense operates with Cabot at the quarterback spot, operates best with some balance.
You get shotgun. Quick throw, Cabot lobs it up, and a catch made on the sideline. And it's Shofi again at the 42-yard line, a pickup of 12, and another Titans first down.
I'll tell you what, Blake Cabot has been really good under a lot of pressure. You figure the season's in the balance, and he's throwing the ball like he's been the starter all year long.
See if they can cash it in. 3rd and 10. The first down make is the 49. Here comes the pressure, and Cabot putting it up down the far sideline, diving, and it's caught! It is caught at the 29-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Again, J.P. Shofi with another big catch.
Well, here's the thing. They are in press, bump and run man across, and I just don't understand why you'd run man-to-man coverage and let Shofi go one-on-one with your receiver. What a spectacular catch, though. This ball did not hit the ground. This is a great catch by Shofi, but I just don't understand the coverage. I mean, you have a sophomore quarterback back there, press man-to-man coverage with the talent against the talented receivers that San Marino has, just giving them opportunities to throw that fade route, and they're lucky that he just caught it and fell to the ground. If not, it could have been a touchdown because he did have a step.
I don't think I've ever seen a receiver make such clutch catches in a football game than this kid. He has made everything, and this is coming off getting his hip banged 2 plays ago.
Watch, it's press man-to-man coverage up top, and you're asking a lot for the cornerback to be able to play this type of coverage. But you see he has a step. If that ball hits him in stride, he might even have a chance, but it gets there right before the safety Hernandez had a chance to come across. That is a spectacular catch by Shofi. I guess the fans here at San Marino are used to seeing it. We're highly impressed.
I couldn't get the words out. It was so spectacular I couldn't even call the yard line. Pistol. Chan grabbed from behind inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
All right, well, this is it. You know, if you're San Marino, Understand you're under 3 minutes. This is the last possession you're going to have probably of this game. And so it's 4 down territory every place that you're at. Plenty of time, no reason to be in a rush. In an ideal case, you want to score a touchdown, tie this thing and not leave any time for...
Cabot going to keep himself, and Cabot to the 20. He takes a shot. And that is J.J. Hernandez, the freshman, coming up to help stop him along with Cole Hollenquist. Hollenquist is slow to get off the turf.
Little zone read as they try to get Cabot out on the edge. You can see Hollenquist has made every single play tonight. He's able to get him before he can get to the edge. Huge third down here, but remember, 4 down territory. They go to Wick at quarterback. They bring Cabot out. Wick goes back in. They start to signal in the plays.
3rd and 1. Last time Wick was out there, they converted the 2-point conversion on that play, and he needed to get to the 19-yard line to get the first down. It looks like the spot will be good enough for him to, in fact, move the chains.
It is.
And that's a big first down for San Marino. They can keep this thing going here. Standing room only crowd getting into it now. Neither one of these sides has seen their team lose here this year. Something's going to give. And who knows, we might even have a little extra time here in this football game as we get set to dip under 50 degrees. Cabot to the end zone, coming back to grab it is Shofi, and he's out of bounds at the 1. It's unbelievable the night he's having.
And just nobody can guard him. I mean, just it's a corner route. And Cabot puts this ball and gives his receiver a chance, and Shofi just goes back and makes the play. Nobody can stop him tonight.
Tate was right on him, and they are now a yard away from coming back from down 3 scores in the 4th quarter, and a timeout is called. And Sierra Canyon needs it defensively just to circle the wagons here.
I'll tell you, for all the things that have happened in this game, and I've been doing high school football for a long time, I don't know if I've ever seen a situation where a team was so far out of it, losing their quarterback, the receivers have been hurt, all these adverse things have happened to them, and they were able to battle their way back into a game in this manner, especially a game of this type of magnitude. Just an incredible performance by San Marino, and really an incredible coaching job by Coach Hobby, able to keep this team in a mental state that they still had a chance to win and even get back in this. So it's amazing for me to watch that they're able to get back into the game, much less a chance to win it.
I mean, Cabot grew up from a 3rd stringer into being a man leading a team on a potential game-tying score here late in the 4th quarter in a matter of 7 minutes.
I mean, and now you feel like Sierra Canyon is the one that's sort of hanging their heads and have lost all the energy despite having a 7-point lead.
Wick back in there at quarterback to run the Wildcat, and Wick is to the goal line, and Wick is in! It's a 1-point game with 1:11 to go.
I'll tell you, and I agree with this decision right here. I'll say it before they even run the play. Head coach Mike Hobby has chosen to go for 2, and we're going to see Wick take this quarterback power into the end zone. I wouldn't be surprised they run the same play, to be quite honest with you.
It's worked every time for 3 yards.
Yeah, as well as that offensive line has gotten off the football. And this will be a very interesting call. Coach Hobby's going to bring his offensive line over, probably look into his eyes and see what they look and see what they say. But I would not be surprised if they just line up and run the football here once again into the teeth of that Sierra Canyon defense. And if they're able to get this 2-point conversion, what an amazing comeback this would be.
We were starting the 4th quarter debating why Bobby Cole was still in the game when it was 35-14. And within a span of 90 seconds between the 8:31 mark and the 7:01 mark, 2 quick touchdowns.
Now here's another question for you. You have Wick there. Do you run that same play? Remember the play where they snapped at the quarterback, he ran into the line, threw the pass, but it was
the jump pass, yeah.
A little jump pass. You come back to that one. I mean, that play, has to be in effect here as well, because we already saw how San Marino has run the ball effectively down here, in the red zone. Big question
I don't know if
here,
I would take that chance. It's a good call. I mean, Jaden Torres basically had the ball. He was targeting him. He was wide open, and he just couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, so 3 yards is still a lot to ask from this offensive line. Not that they haven't been able to get it, but it'll be interesting here if he just sort of rolls up his sleeves and says, look, guys, we're going to go right after it right now.
Play of the year in the open division. There's been a missed field goal by Sierra Canyon. Remember Shofi slipping on the 1-yard line on 4th and goal to go at the end of the first half.
There we go. Watch Shofi. He's definitely in play here.
Here's the season. Wick takes the snap. Wick rolling right. Wick looking for the corner. Wick dives over the top, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. The comeback is complete.
Wow, they fake it to Shofi, and then Wick gets out on the edge, and he knew when he got out there that it was going to be him and the cornerback in a one-on-one situation, because the corner had to stay back and guard the receiver. And so as Wick started to make his move toward the end zone, he knew it was going to be just a one-on-one situation down near the goal line. He was able to vault himself into the end zone, and what an amazing comeback by San Marino.
With your third-string quarterback in there, you take your one and only lead of the night with 1:11 to go. Now, keep in mind, Sierra Canyon with one timeout, loaded with a bunch of athletes they can score at will, and it'll be an interesting final 1 minute and 11 seconds. From down 35-14 to start the fourth quarter, 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns and a 2-point conversion in San Marino with a 36-35 lead. There was no stopping Wick on that thing. Once that freight train got ahead of steam.
Yeah, and once again, you have to give so much credit to Coach Hobby. The guts to call that right now, understanding that he does not want to play overtime. He'd rather go for it with his team with 3 yards to win it. They have a golden opportunity now.
Tate to the 22, and his progress is stopped there. 1:04 officially on the scoreboard, and out comes Sierra Canyon's offense.
Now, there's still time, of course, to pull this off, but the big key, if you're Sierra Canyon and Nico Harris, it's about getting first downs now. Because after every first down, the clock will stop, allow you to get back up on the football. They still have, I think they have one of their timeouts left. They only have one timeout left. We'll see what they can do.
Harris looking outside the numbers on the far sideline. It's a first down catch made.
And there you go. There's the first down that you needed, and now you get right back up on the football. By the time the referee can spot it, you'll get the next play off.
Graves had that catch for the first down at the 35-yard line. Pistol now. And that's batted down and caught by Harris.
Huge
and then
mistake.
He gets dropped at the 20. Should have just knocked that ball down.
Exactly. Huge mistake by Harris catching that football. And they're going to have to burn their last timeout, because that would have knocked off an easy 20 seconds off the clock.
They lost 15 yards when he decided to catch his own pass when he gets batted down here. They're trying to set up the screen to Cole.
And a lot of this is just instincts. The ball goes up in the air, and it's just instincts is to catch it. Obviously, if Harris had it to do all over again, he would not have caught the
sack. We called his name a couple times. Some key plays. Stopped a ball carrier. I think it might have been Cole down toward the goal line earlier in the game. One team's going to be 15-0 and march it on to Sacramento. And if you had asked me 30 minutes ago if it was going to be San Marino, I would have bet the mortgage that it wouldn't have been.
Wow. A couple key guys to keep your eye on here in this clutch situation. Jules Buenaventa
takes him right out of a field goal opportunity.
Yeah, this would have been a chip shot for Harris from this distance where they're at now. Instead, they're going to get moved back 10 yards, and the task is going to get much more difficult. We'll see if we can pick up the hold.
I think it's going to be Kanan Ray, 54.
I didn't see it.
On the backside there. Right in front of the official.
I didn't see it at all. Little home cooking.
So the ball goes back to the 44-yard line. It'll be first down with 14 seconds left. No timeouts remaining. They're going to have to throw to the sideline and long. Harris dances away from the pressure. They throw over the middle, for goodness sakes. The catch is made, but they got to hurry up.
Got to kill it.
J.J. Hernandez grabbed it. There's only 1 second left, and they don't spike it in time. And San Marino wins it. The most improbable comeback that you will see in high school football, erasing a 3-touchdown deficit in the final 8:31 with their third-string quarterback. And the Titans are marching on to Sacramento.
Well, just an incredible comeback, and what a test of will, for this San Marino team. I mean, they were all but dead and gone, and they were able to rise from the dead to pull this one off.
They lose their starting quarterback, one of the best passers in the state in the second quarter, when he gets thrown to the ground and hits his head. Can't come back. They don't even give him his helmet. 4 stalled drives with the second stringer, and then they turn it over to Blake Cabot, who is the third-string quarterback. And he leads his team to a huge comeback win, and now the two coaches are jawing at each other right there at midfield. Not quite sure what that's all about, but this thing is over. And coming back from down 3 scores to start the fourth quarter, San Marino, the Titans, put together a comeback for the ages and win it 36-35, converting a 2-point conversion and winning the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, this game had a little bit of everything, right? I mean, it had the one team get off to a huge lead. Of course, San Marino able to battle their way back, and it wouldn't have been a good game without some controversy at the end. I mean, I just did not see anything close to a holding penalty that was called at the end. It would have put them in prime position for a field goal to win it. But you have to tip your hat to the San Marino Titans. I mean, they hung in there, through all the adversity. Easily could have quit in this game, but they're able to stay in it, battle back, create some momentum for themselves, and find a way to win.
15-0, the San Marino Titans. They won their first CIF championship this year for the first time since '88. They win the inaugural Small Schools Open Division Regional title game, and it's on to the state championship game against Central Catholic next Saturday night at Hornet Stadium on the campus of Sacramento State University. What a comeback. We're back to wrap it up right after this from San Marino as Mark Wick with the 2-point conversion to win it with just over a minute to go. Where to begin to try and wrap this thing up? An improbable comeback. San Marino comes back from down 21 points to start the fourth quarter. They scored 22 unanswered in the final 8:31 when they looked like their season was over, playing with a third-string quarterback, and they get it done. J.P. Shofi had one big catch after another, and San Marino is on to the state championship game.
You see that championship trophy getting presented. To San Marino. Just a gutsy comeback. I mean, wow. Easily could have quit in this game and able to hang in there and come back and find a way to pull it out. They had to have the perfect storm, and the perfect storm hit. A lot of things had to go in their direction to come back from 21. And all the things that they needed to happen happened.
I mean, the top wide receiver in the state made one great catch, one spectacular catch after another. A third-string quarterback by the name of Blake Cabot, who probably woke up this morning thinking, I'm never going to sniff the field, is now going to be a legend, and he'll have a story to tell his grandkids. And, of course, Mark Wick doing it on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and how about San Marino? They have CIF championships in 1955, 57, 64, and 88. And then, of course, this year.
Back in 55 and 57, Bill Riddell, the Oaks Christian guy, just had the field named after him there, was leading that charge, but I'm sure Riddell doesn't have a story like that. He was supposed to be here tonight to see this, and he might have witnessed his alma mater with the game of the weekend.
And Coach Riddell actually assisted in hiring, Coach Hobby and, him getting the job. And obviously that was the right decision.
Well, congratulations to the San Marino Titans as they advance to Sacramento to play next week for a state title. Be sure to join us for the State Bowl Championship games next Friday and Saturday on Time Warner Cable Sportsnet. For our terrific crew, my broadcast partner John Jackson, I'm Steve Quist. We'll talk to you next weekend from Sacramento.